activity, an average of fewer than 3 fights per year, as he has reached already 33 years of age. Tail of the tape, 225, the number for Williams. And Gil, you say that's his most effective weight.
Absolutely. In previous fights, he's been up to 234, 235. Just wasn't himself. This is his best weight.
And you see the reach advantage for Williams. He will try to keep Morrison at the end of his long, flicking left jab. Punch stat numbers, Larry.
Let's take a look at, see how often he throws that jab. Around 18 times in his last couple of fights. He used to throw it twice that often. But in the hard punch division.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Tommy Morrison and Carl Williams will box tonight using the rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. 10 rounds, 3 judges scoring the fight. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. If a cut is caused by an accidental headbutt and the cut causes the fight to be stopped, we go to the scorecards after 3 rounds have been completed. You can be saved by the bell in the last round only, and only the referee can stop the fight. Jim?
Right now, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the pre-fight introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with the undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, in association with the Reno Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority, present professional boxing in the heavyweight division for your entertainment. This first bout, the 3 judges assigned by the state of Nevada, scoring the bout on a 10-point must system. The judges are Bill Graham, Herb Santos, and Bert Clements. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, Reno, Nevada's own referee Mills Lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, man your battle stations, 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, weighing in at an even 225 pounds. He comes to us tonight from White Plains, New York, and brings an excellent professional record of 26 victories, 20 by KO, against 5 defeats. He has won no decision. He's one of the top ranked and well-known heavyweights in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl the Truth Williams. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red and black stars and stripes trim, weighing in at 228 pounds, fighting out of Kansas City, ranked number 6 in the world by the International Boxing Federation with an outstanding record of 34 victories, 30 by KO, only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Tommy the Duke Morrison.
All right, look here. If he goes right here, I'm not going to call it low. If he goes right there, I'm not going to call it low. Okay, we've already had your instruction in the dressing room. Expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself. Wait a minute, come back here. Come back here. Bring him back. Bring him back. Now look. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions here? Any questions here? Let's get it on.
The only question here is whether Williams can keep his left hand out and his right hand up and make a real fight of it.
That is the key, and I noticed that Williams' trunks are a little high. If I was in Morrison's corner, they'd be down by his navel where they belong.
Tommy has inaugurated the popular art of bicycle shorts under his boxing trunks. We've seen it in basketball and a variety of other sports. Now here it is in boxing. Who will be next? Meanwhile, Carl the Truth acknowledges that this is his last chance for boxing credibility. He says that he has trained more for this than for any other fight since the Tyson debacle. He's essentially been in the gym since November 4.
Well, again, his weight is 225, which is his most effective weight.
Morrison attacking, not landing solidly yet. And hitting on the break with the right hand, and Mills Lane says, don't do that again. And there's the left hook, and down goes
advertised.
6, 7.
Just can't keep that right hand up.
That was a chopping left hook, which is unusual. He came over the top with it.
And that wasn't even the A-quality Morrison left hook.
That was what I would call a C left hook, not his A or B even.
No, his A is a lightning bolt. The best in the division.
Hey, wait. Hold tight, you knock that shit out. Come on.
Just a little bit more than a minute into the bout. Williams has been down once.
He doesn't appear to be hurt or even dazed at this point, Gil.
No, he is punching back, throwing some good snappy left jabs. But again, every time he jabs, down goes that right hand.
Get off that net.
You would think at this age that flaw would have been corrected.
Tommy Morrison is a very fast starter.
Sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks, Larry. He's been doing it so often and so long. Now, if he does throw his right hand, you'll see he drops it before he throws it.
Morrison trying to split the guard with the uppercut, comes back with the left hand, and Williams uncharacteristically partially blocks it with the right. There's another left hook flush on the neck, a little bit behind the ear.
Williams is throwing some sharp left jabs, though, Jim. If he can get to Morrison with that jab, keep him off balance a little bit. You can't push it. You can't do that.
Williams says that he's learned to shorten up his punches since the Tyson fight. Isn't as vulnerable to the power punches as he used to be.
Punch out. 2 hands are free. Get off that neck. Get off that neck and come on.
This is a man who once earned legitimate comparisons, both in style and in ability, to Larry Holmes when Larry was the heavyweight champ. But that was 8 years ago.
One step back. Come on, 1 step back clean. Get off that neck. Come on.
Right hand by Williams is solid on Tommy Morrison's cheek. And Morrison lands another left hook, and Carl will be wobbling a little bit as round 1 comes to a close.
Pull out.
Careful work. Back and focus, right? Listen to me. I want to see that jab. Keep him out in the center of that ring. You understand me? Okay? If he gets past your jab, you make him pay the price with the right hand. You understand me?
Let's take a look at a knockdown. Actually, Williams was more hurt at the end of the round than he was on this knockdown. That landed high on the head, stunned him early in the round.
And what happened? Williams dropped his right hand. There he drops that right hand to throw a right hand. He can't get it back up in time.
There again you see where that right hand is down around his chest. Somebody once said that the reason he hasn't been able to correct that fault is that his trainers couldn't teach a goat to eat a tin can.
That sounds pretty good to me. But you know, this is believe it or not, this is a good Williams. He's got plenty of snap in his punches.
Well, he's got a different trainer now than the man who carried him through most of his career. Williams was the beneficiary of the architecture of the late Carmine Graziano. Now John Davenport is his trainer. He tried to throw the jab in round 1, threw 21 of them by punch count numbers, but only landed 4.
Just landed a good left jab while he was reading those statistics, Jim.
Get off that neck, Williams.
Well, I got to quit reading statistics, don't I?
You got 2 hands free. Punch out of there. Punch out. Get off that neck.
Mills Lane, feisty as always in his referee role.
And Williams is doing exactly what I told us he was going to try to do. Tie Tommy Morrison up on the inside, kill the clock, and get him into the later rounds.
Good idea. Morrison has yet to prove that he can be effective in the late rounds, although he did come back to win the fight against Joe Hipp when he was in serious trouble with a broken jaw and a broken hand.
One thing I noticed, Gil, is that he seems to be correcting the problem he had of putting too much out early in the fight. He's a little bit more relaxed than we've seen him before, Morrison.
Well, that is correct. And you know, a lot of people have said, well, he wasn't in condition, he got tired. The main reason that fighters get tired is because they're not relaxed. They're too tight.
Much like George Foreman in his first career.
The first George Foreman, right. George Foreman won.
So maybe Morrison should take 10 years off.
Good solid punches by Carl Williams, especially that left hook to the body.
All right. Well, step back clean.
If Morrison has a stamina problem, that left hook in the body is certainly going to help Williams.
Morrison missing with the left hook. Williams tightening up again a little bit inside. Both fighters seem to be getting a little bit of a breather through the second minute of round number 2. Carl Williams holding Morrison behind the head and banging him with the right hand. And Mills Lane says he can't do that. Left hook again by Morrison, backs Williams up. But Carl's a little bit busier in this round than is his opponent. Straight left hand by Morrison. Neither man going to the body much yet, and since Carl Williams is tall and rangy, maybe that would be a good idea for Tommy Morrison to go to the body.
His manager, Bill Caton, told me, he said he thought that would be the most effective punch in this fight. A left hook to the body by Morrison.
Well, we haven't seen much of it yet. And we remind you, coming up immediately following Tommy Morrison and Carl "The Truth" Williams, 44-year-old George Foreman against South African Pierre Kutzer. A look at George warming in his dressing room.
You got to come in off of your 7. Come in with 7-7-2, 7-7-2, 7-7-5s, 7-7-5-2. Okay, you have to make it happen off of your.
There's the left hand that briefly stunned Williams, but having survived that punch, Williams felt the flow of confidence. He came back at Morrison.
Seemed that way to me. Threw some beautiful combinations, good snappy left jab, good right hand.
And I think at this moment, all of those people counting on Tommy Morrison to make them a lot of money are a little bit nervous.
I would have to say so. Williams is starting to get some confidence. Again, as you say, he's the experienced guy in there. And as he figures the fight, the longer it goes, the better it is for Williams.
Left jab by Williams to begin round 3. And I mentioned that Williams was the busier fighter in round 2. By punch stat numbers, he threw 38 punches, only 24 for Morrison. Morrison needs to step up his business a little bit. Williams beginning to keep him away with the jab. And another left hand, and down goes Williams for the second knockdown of the fight. And this time he's hurt a little bit more badly.
Well, now let's see what kind of a finisher Tommy Morrison is.
Long way to go in round 3. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Crowd chanting Duke, Duke, Duke. Morrison trying to finish with the uppercut, comes back with the left hook. Now Williams with the 1-2. Seems to have regained his senses a little bit.
As I say, this is the best Williams probably in the last 2 years.
Great right hand by Morrison.
Get off that neck. Get off that neck. Come on.
And believe me, this is not a stiff that Morrison is unloading on. Williams is in condition and fighting well.
Well, what a confidence builder it would be for Tommy to be able to finish with the right hand. We always talk about the left hook. Morrison misses with the uppercut, lands the left hook again, but it's just a short chopping hook. Again, we've seen the A hook only once, and that was on the knockdown in this round. Williams coming back with right hands.
Still plenty of time in the round. And there's that left hook and right hand.
Carl Williams showing some resolution here. That time Tommy knocked the mouthpiece out with the left hand. It landed somewhere in the crowd. Carl Williams trying to prove to Morrison that he's still there.
Those more powder puff punches by Williams.
No, this is a good effort. Right hand by Williams. Morrison answers with the right. Carl Williams knows well that this is his last chance to retain credibility in the division.
Punch free. Both of you got two hands free. Punch out of there. You got two hands free. Work all that punch. Time.
And Carl Williams makes it out of round 3.
The way he's wearing down, baby. He's wearing down. You hear me? You hear me? All right, you see you can hit him. You see that, right? He's just a big wide body. You can hit him. He's one-dimensional. He's wide body, okay? And he's got only the left hook, okay? Let's see your jab, son, okay? Stay out in the center of the ring. Stay out in the center of the ring, okay? You're zeroing in now. You're getting there, okay?
There's the knockdown, and this was a wonderful punch because it was a short punch. Watch that. It was a straight left hand, and it seemed to hit him in the chin and in the throat, Gil.
That's the strength and the power of Tommy Morrison. It wasn't even a hook. It was a left jab is what it was.
Yeah, but he caught him on the way in, and it really stunned him and probably hurt him and might have made it difficult for him to breathe momentarily there.
In the corner, please.
But this is the kind of resistance and the kind of a fight that Morrison needs.
That's right. If he comes out of this fight and wins this fight, in my opinion, he certainly is a legitimate heavyweight contender.
Carl Williams with a lot of salve on his face as round 4 begins. Both fighters economical with their punches in round 3. Morrison only threw 27, but landed 19, and most were power punches. Williams also landing more than half of his punches against Morrison, who is dispensing with defense in favor of attacking and trying to finish the fight.
If I was Carl Williams, I'd start moving side to side. He's moving one way. Makes it much easier for Morrison to nail him.
Well, Williams is on target with the jab here, and you saw him mix in the uppercut to good effect. Right hand over the top by Morrison, wild. It lacked power when it landed. Williams is the more effective puncher so far in this round.
And Williams just had that right hand up that time and blocked that left hook.
All right, two hands are free. Both of you can punch out of there. Come on, punch out. You got. All right, now you're tied up. Now one step back. Here we go. Come on.
There was the A hook, but it missed, Jim.
Yep.
And Williams is dishing out some punishment to Morrison, especially some good body shots.
Yeah, this has been Williams' best round by far. You heard trainer John Davenport telling him that he ought to gain confidence from the fact that he hasn't been knocked out of there yet, saying Tommy is one-dimensional, left hook only.
Tommy Morrison's mouth is wide open now, Jim, and it's early in the fight. There's that right hand.
Slashing right hand over the top, almost knocked Williams' mouthpiece out. You saw Carl reach up with the right glove to put the mouthpiece back in place. And Williams comes back punching again. Now Morrison tries to go to the body.
There's the dangerous punch for Williams, throwing a right uppercut from outside. If Morrison nails him with that left hook, when he's throwing that punch, it'll be all over. I'd forget all about that punch if I was Williams.
Trading left jabs in the center of the ring. And the 1-2 from Williams. And Carl Williams has controlled the 4th round so
Williams
far.
is talking to him now. That's really a sign of confidence.
Oh, there's a thrusting left jab by Morrison that snapped Williams' head back.
He's so strong, Morrison.
Oh, what a natural punching power. It's a gift. As they say in the business, heavy hands.
But right now, Williams has that gift under wraps. Anytime it could come unwrapped, though.
We've already told you that Pierre Kutzer and George Foreman are coming along next. In between bouts, we will have our first live on-air interview with Riddick Bowe since the night that he won the heavyweight championship against Evander Holyfield. Subjects for discussion: Bowe's future, the long-term future of the heavyweight division, and his upcoming bout on February 6th in New York against Michael Dokes.
You're getting there.
He's lifting his hand up real high because he's expecting the hook to the head. You got to go low on him, okay?
Harold Letterman, how do you see the fight
Larry, 3 rounds to 1, 39-35, Tommy Morrison. I think he's landing a better power shots, and certainly you had to give him an extra point in rounds 1 and rounds 3 for the knockdown. 2 clean knockdowns, definitely 2 10-8 rounds.
I have him ahead 2 10-8 rounds, but I also have Williams with 2 10-9 rounds.
And Larry, I have the fight scored exactly the same as you.
In round 4, Tommy Morrison only threw 18 punches. Let's see if he was resting and saving up some energy from round 5. Or is Tommy Morrison already wearing down?
Well, his mouth is open. He seems to be gasping a little bit for breath. That's usually the first sign.
There seems to be a chance here for Carl Williams to seize a kind of momentum which might prey on Tommy Morrison's confidence.
Step back, please. Here we go. Come on.
Well, one good solid left hook by Morrison can change everything, but up to this moment, it's Williams is using his experience and his superior boxing ability, in my opinion, control the last round. He's doing a pretty good job so far this round.
That's right. His experience is showing, isn't it, Gil?
Yes, it is. He knows how to tie Morrison up. He knows enough to walk him around and kill the clock. There you can see Carl inside, just moving those legs, walking him a little bit. But again, Williams is standing very, very stationary. I think he should be moving a little more.
Good right hand by Williams, and down goes Morrison. Sudden shift in momentum.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And now suddenly, it is Tommy Morrison's future as a heavyweight contender that's on the line. Morrison lands a left hook, but Williams pounds away with the right. Second knockdown.
1-1 knockdown, and this fight is over.
3 knockdown rule is in effect.
And between that first and second knockdown, Morrison landed a solid left hook. Didn't do anything to Williams.
Now Carl's adrenaline is going now. He's got a chance to win the fight. Morrison not punching back. Carl Williams says he's a changed man since the birth of his 2-year-old daughter, Nyjah. He has an inspiration he never had before.
And John Davenport has done some job with Carl Williams.
Solid right hand. Morrison stood up to it. He's still got to make it through 43 more seconds.
Williams appears to have punched himself out a little bit, Gil.
Yes, again, this fight could go up and down, up and down.
Well, it's already been up and down 3 times.
And Morrison got a little bit of a break as Lane warned Williams for holding behind the head and hitting. That's the second warning. You assume that the next time he loses a point. Left hook hands for Williams. Right hand again. And another left hook. These are solid blows from Carl Williams. Now Morrison lands a right. A storybook round between Tommy Morrison and Carl "The Truth" Williams.
We got to get tough here. Keep your mouth closed. Mouth closed.
All we did, we got a little callous because you let him inside your range and you wasn't throwing.
All right, let's run through those 2 knockdowns again. Tommy Morrison was, of course, in Rocky V, and this turned out to be a round out of a movie.
It was a Rocky 5th round.
And it was a Rocky 5th round. Thank you very much. You saw me and raised me, Jim. Here's the second knockdown. A good uppercut. To his credit, Morrison was able to stay through a half a round without getting knocked down again.
But in the last 2 rounds combined, he's only thrown 35 punches. Has Tommy Morrison already run out of gas? Has the stamina bugaboo come back to haunt him again? Is Carl "The Truth" Williams on the verge of a miracle comeback?
Well,
round 6 begins.
I had mentioned in the beginning of the round that Tommy Morrison had his mouth wide open, which is an indication of fatigue. As soon as he got back to his corner, they told him, keep your mouth closed. You know, it's another way you get broken jaws, which he got against Joe Hiff. You get hit with that mouth open and that jaw can go.
Is it also a signal to your opponent, Gil?
Yes, of course. He sees you wearing down, gives him confidence.
Exactly, and you could see Williams' confidence surging even before the knockdown. Now the two fighters trade jabs to begin round number 6. Left hook and a left hook to the body by Carl Williams.
All right, gentlemen, one step back, clean. Here we go. One step back. Here we go.
Two right hands by Williams.
Question, gentlemen, if Carl Williams knocks out Tommy Morrison, is he again a heavyweight title contender?
In the present scenario of heavyweight championship boxing with two heavyweights, everybody is a contender who wins a fight.
Well, unfortunately, I think that if Carl Williams wins the fight, instead of giving him the credit, they'll say that Tommy Williams was a much publicized guy that just didn't have it.
Good point.
There's that left hook again. The A hook missed again. And Williams is a little tired. This is a grueling fight, and both guys have had something taken out of them.
And it's very hot in here. The lights have been on for a long time. It is hot in this arena.
And that should benefit the younger man, except Williams'
Except that stamina is his chronic problem.
And Williams, with the experience, has been this route many times.
And Carl's a relaxed fighter who paces himself pretty well. Remember, he went 15 rounds with Larry Holmes. A tactical 6th round. Neither fighter seems willing to commit too much because of the danger of power punches.
Well, that surprised me about Morrison, because his forte is letting it all hang out.
Well, he's trying to learn how to be a boxer, trying to learn how to pace himself. Solid right hand. Carl the Truth says no. And Morrison hits him again for good measure. Morrison a little wobbly. Tommy stalking him again. Let's see if he can land a left hook. He tries it and misses. Now it is the right hand, which Williams seems unable to block.
That hand. Come on.
It's also Williams' right hand that put Morrison on the deck.
That hand behind the neck.
Nice round. We keep it slow. You're getting yourself a win now.
You're hurting towards the end of that round, but you're still vulnerable to a right hand because you won't throw your 7. I need you to throw your 7. Pump that 7, move in off of it. Fire your right hand.
Want that jab working overtime. Come on with the mouthpiece. We okay.
Gil, we've had a lot of interpreters here when we've had foreign fighters. What's a 7? Can you interpret that?
Well,
what's Morrison not doing?
That's the old Customato theory, which I certainly never approved of. He says, all right, throw a 4-6-2, as if the other guy's going to just move out of the way and let you throw that combination. It just doesn't. I don't think that's a good way to train a fighter, to tell you the truth.
Well, I think a 7 is a jab because he just threw 2 jabs.
No, the 7, I think, is the right hand. I'm sorry about that.
Tommy Morrison continues to struggle to be active. Only threw 25 punches in round 6. He is setting up a potential 10-round decision victory for Carl the Truth Williams.
And Williams just threw a beautiful 1-2. There's that left hook.
And it was set up by a right hand to the body, Gil.
That's putting your punches together.
I think if Tommy goes to the body, he'll have a chance to knock Carl Williams out.
Well, he has a chance, Jim, anytime during this fight. Remember, Joe Hip looked like he was out of gas, looked like the fight was like Hip was going to take over in one punch, and he put Hip out. He's got that strength and power. Williams can't get careless for a second.
Well, I don't think Carl will. I think Carl has learned a lot. If he loses, it's not going to be because of carelessness. It will be because of Morrison's exceptional punching power.
I understand that. They're both sides. Okay, come on.
Right.
Here we go.
I thought Williams did the right thing. Morrison hit him on the break, so he hit Morrison back. You hit me, I hit you.
And Mills Lane says 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Come on. All right, one step back.
In boxing, they often do.
Williams is not using his left jab as much as he had been earlier.
Now, there you go.
Must have listened to me a little bit, Jim.
You've got a pipeline to him, Gil.
Again, I'd like to see Williams moving a little bit more to his right. That takes the power away from that left hook of Morrison.
All right, you want to see Williams throwing the left jab. I want Morrison to go to the body. Let's see which fighter listens better. It is Carl Williams for the moment. Morrison has so much power, even his jabs sound like Mike Tyson body punches. Good.
Come on. Come on, all right, you sit back. You'll drop it now. Here we go.
And Morrison wobbles. Morrison is hurt again.
Combination punching by Williams. 2 right crosses landed. Morrison a little bit wobbly on his feet, as Gil Clancy pointed out. But Tommy's still looking for an opportunity to throw the left hook, extending the jab and landing it. Morrison a little bit busier in this round. Right hand again by Williams. There's a loose thread on Tommy Morrison's glove. Let's see if Mills Lane is going to stop it. Nope, it fell away.
And Williams is scoring points with that left jab.
Now, if it becomes a tactical boxing match, that is all to Carl Williams' advantage.
But it's more than tactical, Jim. These guys are really hitting each other with a lot of hard stuff. And whatever number 7 is, Tommy Morrison still isn't throwing it.
No, he certainly isn't. Well, if he is, Williams hears what they're talking about. He knows what 7 is, and he watches out for
Right
it.
hand. You hear me? Right hand.
Or if he's throwing it, he's not throwing it with the 4 and the 2 enough.
Harold Letterman, after 7 rounds, how do you score it?
Hey, Larry, let me tell you, the scoring in this fight is about as interesting as you can get. I got it 4 rounds to 3, 65-64, Tommy Morrison. Now, I'm going for the power puncher over the boxer. I'll tell you the honest to God's truth. I thought Tommy Morrison pulled out a very close 6th round because of the fact that he landed a power shot, but a 10-7 round for Williams in round 5. As close as you can get right now.
Well, I have it 4-3 for Williams, and I'm trying to figure this weird scoring out. I guess it's even on my card because Morrison's got 2 2-point rounds and Williams has a 3-point round, so the points are even after 7.
And calculators will be issued to the judges. How do you have it, Gil?
I have it exactly the same as Larry. I have the fight dead even going into the 8th round.
So that we're screwed up on number 7 just as much as Morrison is.
Everybody else, right? Now, this is where Williams said he wanted to get the fight into the later rounds. Let's see if he analyzed the fight correctly.
He has succeeded in that regard.
There was 7, Larry. I think that was 7.
Yeah, but Carl Williams is throwing 2, 4, and 5 in return and landing them.
I think that makes sense because 7 is the right hand, and if you throw some rights, maybe he won't be so eager to throw his left. I'm not sure either.
Come on, we'll step back. Come on. Here we go. We'll step back. Here we go.
Morrison looks like he's got a second wind. He looks a little bit livelier right now than he had in the previous 2 rounds.
Well, maybe he knows that he has to get busier. He was dreadfully short of punches during the middle rounds, and that helps to give Williams the confidence to come back from his earlier deficit.
You can just see Williams' experience on the inside. Morrison tries to rough him up, gives it right back to him.
Tommy Morrison knocked Carl Williams down in the 1st and 3rd rounds. Williams knocked Morrison down twice in the 5th round.
An unintentional butt. An unintentional butt. Okay, here we go.
Mills Lane was saying that was an unintentional butt, and there is blood coming from the top of the forehead of Morrison.
That's right. There's a left hook. Carl Williams has taken that left hook better and better. But now Carl's a little wobbly. And there's another left hook. And Morrison's got a chance to finish him off. Bang! Morrison with the right hand. He's going to throw the left hook one more time after the break here, and Carl Williams is in trouble.
And Williams is looking for the referee to stop the fight. He doesn't know where he is.
And Williams is already busted up. And Mills Lane has stopped the fight.
Another dramatic power punching comeback for Tommy Morrison. He did it against Joe Hip last year. He did it again tonight.
And he's, as I said, he's going to be dangerous no matter who he fights, where he fights him. Always has a chance to get you out of there.
And the crowd stands and cheers for both fighters. And Carl Williams sits down in Tommy Morrison's corner.
He was sending a message to Mills Lane to stop the fight. Mills Lane got it a couple of punches later.
Well, he's still a one-dimensional fighter. He is still utterly dependent on the left hook, and it is still the greatest left hook in the heavyweight division.
Well, as they used to say a long time ago, he's a one-note fighter, but all Gallikurchi could do was sing. She was a great opera star. He has that dynamism, and the way the fight unfolded, I think, was a big plus for Tommy Morrison. He fought a guy who was ready. He was hurt by the guy. He stayed relaxed, and his conditioning was there, and as Gil noticed coming into that round, it looked like he had his second win.
All right, gentlemen, let's take a look at the dramatic climax of this fight in slow motion. There's the first left hook, and that's the one that put Carl Williams on Queer Street. The right uppercut did some damage too, Gil.
And look at the strength of Tommy Morrison when he gets inside. Look at that vicious right uppercut and that big left hook again. How Williams took that punishment, I'll never tell you.
So now that was two left hooks, and then the right and the left. And then in a moment, you're going to see Morrison step back and gather himself and get ready to come in and throw one more damaging left hook. That's the point at which Williams looks at Mills Lane as if to say, when are you going to stop it? Now here's regular speed, Gil.
All right, let's take a look. And there's that big left hook. Again, we mentioned one left hook by Morrison can change anything around. And you can just look at the strength that he has on the inside. And again, he didn't look like a tired fighter right there, Jim.
Gil, Tommy Morrison came in weighing. Oh, here he comes. He was getting ready to throw that last left hook there against a virtually defenseless Williams. That one was tough to watch. He came in weighing nearly 230 pounds. How many guys that big have you ever seen who are as quick with the left hook as Tommy Morrison?
Well, you know, that is a good question. I mean, probably the only other guy I've seen is Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson's hook is not as short as Tommy Morrison's.
Well, right now, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the Morrison knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mills Lane steps in to stop the bout at 2 minutes 10 seconds of round number 8. The winner by TKO victory, Tommy the Duke Morrison. A round of applause, please, for this great performance tonight by Carl the Truth Williams. Let's give him a hand.
They are still milling in the ring. Carl the Truth Williams, interestingly, is still standing in Morrison's corner as we look at final punch stat numbers, and you can see the woeful punch output by Morrison. Only 196 punches thrown, but he landed 114 of them, and most of them were power shots. As you can see there, Morrison landed more than half his jabs. Williams had a good plan and executed it, throwing a large number of jabs, or at least more than he's been throwing in recent fights. But in the end, he simply couldn't keep Morrison away long enough. And right now, let's go up to Larry Merchant with the winner.
Okay, Tommy, what did you like best about this fight besides winning it?
Well, the best thing that I felt we got as a team was the experience. You know, someone like Carl the Truth Williams has been there with just about everybody. And, students like that have a lot to offer to young studs like me.
You knock him down in the first minute of the fight. You knock him down against in the third fight. You knew that he's vulnerable to the left hook. Do you think it was going to be easy after that?
No, I knew that this is a cagey guy. He's been around for a long while. He come out there, I think, with his right hand taped to the side of his head, looking for the left hook. So at a young stage, which we're in, we tend to, each and every day, we try to add more to our arsenal, because as you rise in competition, you've only got to add more tools to your arsenal. I feel that we did that today.
Fifth round, maybe your worst round since the Mercer fight. You're down twice. What do you recall about that?
Well, I remember,
take a look right here at the monitor.
I remember getting knocked down twice. I think staying in the middle a little bit too long. And, it was a kind of delayed action shot. But, we been in there in the gym. We're doing a lot of hard work, and the harder you work, the harder it is to quit.
All right, now we're going to take a look at the second knockdown. But did you know that midway through the round that one more knockdown and the fight's over?
And I don't focus on things like that. I focus on doing things right, trying to be a little more elusive. Defense is something that's hindered us. from the start. A lot of people criticize our defense, but I feel that we are, bringing it to a new level in the gym. We feel that we're doing the work in there also. But Carl Williams is an experienced fighter. He has great tools, and we're able to overcome it and come through with a victory.
The two things that seemed impressive were, one, that you were more relaxed. Would you agree?
Definitely. That's something that we've been focusing on quite a bit. You know, as you go on around, you got to learn to relax, and that's something that I think George Foreman suffered from early in his career, and it's something that, as a matter of fact, I talked with George Foreman after the Mercer bout, and he offered some advice, and since then we've made some very positive strides.
We were a little too relaxed.
And maybe as your trainer is saying here, you were too relaxed. But the other thing was that you were in condition enough to see, it seemed like, to get a second win late in the fight.
Well, that's something that we also been working on. You know, prior to the Mercer bout, we were used to going out and knocking guys out, but as you're rising, and in rising rounds, you certainly rise in competition also. That's something that we definitely have learned. You got to relax and get to know your body, and I feel we've done that over the last year and a half, and it's coming to the top of the water.
One more question about the fight. Your trainer was yelling that you weren't throwing number 7. What is number 7?
Well, 7 is the referee. No, 7 is a jab, and that's something we try to work everything off the jab. It's the same number system that Mike Tyson used already in his career. And at this time, I'd like to say hello to Jay Draggett, who's over in the war.
Okay, let me ask you now. You are contracted to fight George Foreman if he wins the next fight. Do you want that fight? Do you think you're ready for a championship fight?
Well, I think boxing, first of all, is a sort of sport that you never stop learning. You know, when you go in there and you start to think that you know everything, it's usually the beginning of the end. I think that's a prime example of some of what happened to Mike Tyson. We've got a lot to learn. We're young. We have a lot of time to do it. We're looking forward to the challenges ahead.
So what is the answer to the question? You want to fight Foreman?
Not only yes, but hell yes.
All right, and what about, from what you're saying also, you indicate to me that you think you would rather be better schooled and wait a while so that you can not only get a championship fight, but that you can win a championship.
Right, that's something that's very important to all of us as a team, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't think that we're very capable of doing just that. We're looking forward to some of the challenges of boxing is a sport you never stop learning. You got to keep learning, and someone like George, someone like Carl Williams is where you pick up that experience. We're looking forward to what lays ahead.
Thank you, Tommy. Congratulations again, and back to you, Gil and Jim.